It's her. The precision sledgehammer is in play. Yes, we are witnessing the most hardcore form of motorsport, the old stock race. Look, I avoided this moment for a long time, but I'm finally making my debut in the big Opala here, which has over 300 horsepower. It has over 50 kilos of torque, the 6-cylinder beast here, with support from electric, with support from Motul and Delint as always, and from Louison. Here's Louison. Here's our old school carbureted 6-cylinder. And I'm sharing the car here, making my debut in Brasilia, debuting in old stock with my favorite comedian. Don't leave me hanging. Don't leave me hanging.
Yes, all good.
The great Stevan Gaipo. Now let me do this, look, so we can have nice lighting on these faces.
I'm glad you made it, man. Paula's having a problem there.
Hey man, tell me, are you crazy? You're making your debut in motorsport in old stock, is that right?
Yes, that's right. But you have a bit of experience, right? With Blazer and all, it's not that different.
With Opala too, right? Street cars?
No. But did you find out what's wrong with this car?
What's the problem? Driver choice, right? Oh no, but the part between the seat and the steering wheel is always the easiest part to replace. But here's the thing, man. Not only are you making your debut here in old stock, just like me, but we decided to do this on a track that nobody has driven on. Nobody has driven on. I haven't driven in Brasilia, not on the old one, not on the new one. A brutally precise machine in the background there. And to top it off in the rain, right? How wonderful. Your practice was in the rain, right?
It's a track we haven't driven on, an Opala we haven't driven, and in the rain I had some problems there. Why? Since I got here, set foot here, they didn't even say good morning to me. The first thing they said was, take it easy with this car, with this car. Then someone else said, take it easy with this car. I just went out and let go, bras.
I was just riding the torque.
Then it was raining. I was stepping on it a bit. It flooded and...
No, but you passed it. In team racing, the key is handing it over to your partner intact.
Ah, no. So at that point I went, look, it just broke a little here on the... A tear on the side, and I don't even know how to get towed back.
No, I think...
I let it go over the tape, but that's not really affecting anything.
No, that was during the rescue.
I don't even know how to get towed back.
No, but we're going to lose a little bit of aerodynamics on the straights, but I'm excited. Let's go. Let's push. Let's see if I can handle this beast here.
Stop. Hold on. Classic João Kleber moment here, because we had a very unusual weekend back in Brasilia. Same weekend as MotoGP in Goiânia. And did you see all the mess that the rain caused at MotoGP in Goiânia? It wasn't any different for old stock in Brasilia. A lot of storms, many sessions rescheduled or even postponed and even canceled, or rather postponed, right? For example, the second race of the weekend, which would be the one Estevan Faria was going to race, was moved to the next round in São Paulo, but it was completely canceled. And I, who was going to do race 1 on Saturday, ended up doing this race 1 on Sunday. However, nevertheless, but still, that wasn't the only problem. We, also troubled by the rain, had a lot of fuel delivery problems with our big Opala. So, both in Estevan's first practice, in my first free practice, and in qualifying, we didn't get out on track any of those 3 times. The car went out and came back on the recovery truck, and the team was working hard there, trying to find the problem. The guys changed the carburetor, changed the fuel pump, changed the fuse, until they found a fault in the ignition module, and then that module was replaced. And I went straight to the race without ever having done a lap, not even on foot in Brasilia, starting in last place, right? And I intended to, right? To learn the car on that track, which was still kind of muddy, right? There was a storm in the morning, the track was still very dirty, with dirt and gravel brought in by other classes. I thought, well, I'll come here and take it easy. I'm going to be conservative at the start and use the other guys as a reference to learn a bit about the car. But there was a mess in turn 2 and I lost the pack. And then... I was left without a reference. And there's no way to learn such a complicated car like the Opala on a completely new track. Well, it's not that it's impossible, let's rephrase that, it just gets a lot more difficult, right? And then, what about us? Brasilia is a long track, right? The longest track in Brazilian motorsport today, over 5,300 meters. So, the race ended up being my FP1, right? We finished 9th out of 12 cars, and to be honest with you, it was only on the last lap, the 10th lap, that I felt that we were starting to have a minimally decent performance, you know? Everything we should have learned in FP1, the mistakes we were going to make, naturally, the growing pains from FP1, we ended up making them during the race. But so you don't miss out on hearing the big Opala roaring, I'm going to play it for you now. Exactly the onboard from our last lap in the race, which was the only one with a decent lap time. But yes, you can follow the whole saga of this weekend with lots of humor and plenty of detail. Do you know where? On Stevan's channel, the new Pobre channel, where he's making only automotive content and he's really excited about it, right? With this start in motorsports, he recorded everything and all his videos on Pobre are really cool. You can get a bit more behind-the-scenes information about this weekend from Stevan's point of view. So now check out the onboard footage and then head over to the Pobre channel and subscribe there too. It's really worth it. O homem é muito engraçado e muito gente fina. Bora acelerar e depois pulem lá.